I don't know where he lives, and there's garages, so he could park his car in a garage. Now, what do I look like playing Russian roulette on these houses and knocking on door, hoping I don't see him, and then all of a sudden I might knock on his house. He look out the window and open the door with a shotgun barrel in my face. What is going on, everybody? It's DonnyGBuckets here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Press that bell notification so you're notified when I post a new video. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be doing a story time about the time I almost got shot in Pennsylvania. It's a pretty crazy story, actually. And if you don't know, I posted this like on TikTok, but of course I got banned from TikTok, so that video is not there anymore. It was a pretty lengthy video. I think it was like a 3-part video. But on YouTube, it'll only be 1 part because, you know, TikTok, you can only make like 30 or 60-second videos at the time. I think it might have been 3-minute videos. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, so if you don't know, I did like a internship in Pennsylvania, which was like door-to-door sales, right, for pest control. But I'm not going to say the company name or drop any names or anything for privacy reasons. And this is the story about how I almost got shot in Pennsylvania. I was threatened 2 times in like a span of 15 minutes. All right, so let me paint a picture for you, right? So this was like the 3rd or 4th week I was there. I think it was the 3rd week I was there. So before I was they were sending me to areas that was like close to where I lived. Like we lived in apartments, and they was all like close to where I lived, like 15 minutes max, right? And they're all like pretty nice neighborhoods, so they do like a screening or whatever on an app, and it shows you which which doors to knock on and which ones not to knock on. So if you're in a better neighborhood, usually you're going to get more sales. If you're not in a very good neighborhood, you're not going to get as many sales. And this time, for whatever reason, my higher up, one of my higher ups is actually my friend. The other one, he's just him. The other higher up, the one that isn't necessarily the best of friends with me or whatever, he sent me to an area that was like 35 minutes away, 30 to 35 minutes away from where I live, right? So I'm already like, bruh. And I look on the map, there's nothing but farmland, right? The last time a black person has been in an area that was nothing but farmland, he was there, and it wasn't because he wanted to be there. He was there because he had to be there. You get what I'm saying? Like black people and farmland don't go together. We got a history that just don't mesh. So I'm already skeptical going there. I'm driving past big lifted trucks with Confederate flags on the front, NRA stickers on their windows, and like Trump flags. And now Trump, he's not that bad, you know. Like I didn't really think Trump was that bad. But the Confederate flag in the South, that's kind of understandable, you know, because, you know, the Confederate flag was in the South. I still don't understand why you fly flags when you lost. But anyway, Confederate flags are kind of they're not really acceptable, but they, like, you kind of understand in the South. It's like, you were born in the South, okay, I get it. I had some friends that had Confederate flags. That doesn't really mean they're racist, but I mean, if you don't know the person, you get a little skeptical about them, right? Now in the South, like I said, it's not acceptable, but you understand. But in the North, if you got Confederate flags in the North, that's tough. The Confederate flag is not even, Pennsylvania is not even near the South. Like, I think the lowest southern state is Virginia, and Pennsylvania is like 2 or 3 states above it, right? So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. But I'm in an area where the blackest thing other than me there was their cars. There was no other black people. I swear to God, I didn't see a single black person. I didn't see a single person of color. Actually, I saw 1 Mexican. That's it, though. Everybody else was Caucasian, you know? So, all right, let me paint a picture. So I get to the neighborhood, right? I park in an area that was like not near anybody's house. It was near trees. So like on one side of the road is people's houses, and it's like a pretty wide road. And on the other side is like just trees. So it's nobody's property, just straight trees. And I have a permit, so I can legally sell in that area, right? So I park there, I get out, I knock on a bunch of people's doors. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning, right? So who wants to open the door at 11 o'clock in the morning? Because I know I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to open the door at 11 o'clock in the morning with somebody looking like me, talking about, hey, you want to buy some pest control? Like, I would slam the door in my face too. But anyway, I walk around, right? I think I almost made a sale in that neighborhood for like the first hour or whatever. But I talked to this one lady, this sweet old lady. She was a white woman. I talked to her for like maybe 45 minutes. So we had a pretty good conversation. She said she would talk to her husband or whatever. But then I went over and she was like, "Oh yeah, go to that neighborhood because or that house over there because he does all the pest control stuff or whatever, and I'll do whatever he does because I guess they had a pretty good relationship, right?" He was another old guy, but he wasn't home because he had left right before I went over there. So I still knocked on the door because she said that his wife might be there. Knocked on the door, had a nice conversation with that lady too, probably like an hour. We talked about everything, politics, sports. She was an Eagles fan and Penn State fan. We talked about sports and everything. We had a great conversation, right? After that, I'm like, okay, I've been out here for like 2 hours talking to people and didn't make a single sale. I'm about to go over, sit back in my car, eat my lunch because it was around like 12 or 1 now, right? Sitting in my car eating lunch. This is around the time when the Lakers and the Suns were playing in the NBA playoffs. I think this is like around game 2 or game 3. So I think the Lakers had just came off of a win. I was watching Skip and Shannon talk about it because Skip be hating on LeBron and Shannon's like the biggest LeBron fan in the world, so they're always interesting when it's talking about the Lakers and stuff like that, or Tom Brady because Skip likes Tom Brady, Shannon hates him. Anytime they have differing opinions, it's a pretty good show. Anyway, I'm watching that, right, eating my lunch, and out of my rear view, I see this white lady with a iPad recording my license plate. Because now think about it. I'm from North Carolina and I'm in Penn State with North Carolina license plates. Now I understand that does look a little weird, right? But she's recording my license plate, right? And I'm like, what the heck? And then she comes around to my passenger side window and she's recording me through the window. So I rolled the window down. I'm like, hi, can I help you? And she was like, were you the one that was walking around earlier? And I was like, yeah, I'm selling pest control. And she was like, well, I'm just letting you know you almost got shot. And I was like, what? What did I do? And she was like, you didn't do anything. I just thought that you were my daughter's boyfriend. He's been in the neighborhood causing a ruckus, and he had a whole bunch of people in our backyard yesterday, and he's been doing a lot of bad stuff in the neighborhood. I guess her daughter's boyfriend is black, right? Because I'm black, and that's the only reason I would suspect that she thought that I was him. We don't all look alike, first of all. But anyway, yeah. She said that he was causing a ruckus or whatever. And she was like, also, it doesn't really look good to be in this area with outer state license plates. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? And like, I told her I was here with the company. I'm doing pest control, selling pest control. I showed her my permit, showed her my iPad with all the stuff on it. She was like, okay, I'm just letting you know that you almost got shot because there's a lot of bad stuff going on in this neighborhood and you have out of state license plates. So it does not look good for you to be here. And I was like, okay, thank you for the heads up. And she leaves, right? I'm like, okay, that was weird. She said I almost got shot just for walking around. Like, okay. I mean, I probably don't even look like the dude. I had on a polo shirt and some khaki pants. Like, what? But anyway, do I look harmful with a hat on? Do I look harmful? Anyway, I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, that was weird. Continue to watch the video. Continue to eat my lunch. If you don't know, I had a turkey sandwich, and if you don't put Doritos on your turkey sandwiches, you're missing out. That junk smacks. But I was eating, right? All of a sudden, a black Suburban pulls up. If you don't know what a black Suburban is, look it up on Google. It's like a black SUV, right? He pulls up beside me in the middle of the road, stops, put his car in park, gets out of the car and starts to walk over to me, right? And my car is off, so I can't roll the window down. So I opened the door, and I don't know if that made him feel some type of way or not, but I opened the door and leaned out, and I was like, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, like, can I help you, bro? What's up? And he was like, he's like country dude, big country dude, like fat beer belly, huge beard. He, like, if you think of a country dude, he looked like that. He was like, what are you doing here, man? And I was like, I'm eating lunch. He was like, who are you with? And I told him the company. I showed him the iPad with all the bugs on it, all the services that we show or whatever. I showed him my permit, like I said. Like, it's like, I'm just here doing my job. My boss sent me here. I honestly, sir, I don't even want to be here. That's why I told him I honestly don't even want to be here. My boss sent me here, just doing my job, selling pest control. He was like, have you heard about what's going on around here? And I was like, yeah, a lady just came and told me down here that some people been going through the neighborhood and causing a ruckus and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, so like what? He's like, yeah, so like you should probably get out of here. It's not a good idea for you to be here right now. And I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, is that a threat? I don't want to say that because like if someone threatens you or says something and you say, is that a threat? They start to get a little aggressive. So I was trying not to escalate to that situation. No, sorry about that. I had a little, had to do something real quick. But anyway, yeah, so he's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't be here right now. And I'm thinking like, is that a threat? I'm just doing my job here. I'm not sure if me saying if I'm just doing my job like offended him or something, but he got like mad and he was like, I'm just letting you know if you come on my effing property, it won't end well for you. And I'm like, whoa. And at that point, I was like, is that a threat? Why are you threatening me? I'm not doing here to anybody. I'm literally just selling bug spray, my guy. And he's like, yeah, whatever, man. And gets in his car and speeds off. He doesn't just speed off like, like drive fast. Bro, his tires screeched. And I was like, bro, this dude is really mad. So I'm sitting here for 10 minutes. I'm thinking like, I'm like thinking, if you hear something in the background, that's my dog. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, what should I do? Like, should I leave? Should I message my boss about it? So after a while, I messaged my boss, and hold on, let me pull up the message because I still have the message that I sent to him. Hold on. This was like part of my breaking point, right? I said, can I get a new area? I have gotten threatened twice. One lady said I was almost going to get shot because of something that happened in the neighborhood, and then a dude comes up to me while I'm eating and says, if you come near our property, it's not going to be pretty. He didn't say it's not going to be pretty. He said it's not going to end well for you. I was just trying to clean it up a little bit. But he said, just avoid those houses. Ha ha ha. And I was like, oh, he think it's a joke. He think it's a joke. She literally was recording my license plate and said I almost got shot. And then the dude got mad at me and said that it wasn't going to end pretty if I came near his house, right? Now think about it. I don't know where this dude lives. I never went to his house. I was just sitting eating. He drove up beside me. I don't know where he lives. And there's garages. So he could park his car in a garage. Now, what do I look like playing Russian roulette on these houses and knocking on door, hoping I don't see him, and then all of a sudden I might knock on his house. He look out the window and open the door with a shotgun barrel in my face. Like, I'm not about to play Russian roulette like that. I don't know where he lives. I don't know what his house looks like. So I'm not just about to be knocking on random houses until I find him. So I'm like, okay, you know what? You don't care about me. You don't care about my well-being. Well, I don't care about your pockets. So as I start to drive away, right? I'm starting to leave the neighborhood. I didn't feel like doing a 3-point turn, so I just went around, and I see him talking to a neighbor. He's in his car and he's talking to someone that's outside. And I knew that they were talking about me because as soon as I passed them, they both broke their neck. Like, they both turned their necks towards me the whole way down the street until I disappeared. They stared at me the entire way. They were clearly talking about me, right? And here's the thing that I knew this man was a demon and he was not nothing to be played with, right? When he pulled up beside me the first time, he had a cigarette in his hand, right? And it was a pretty short cigarette. When I left, which was legit 5 to 10 minutes later, the cigarette got longer, which means that he smoked 2 cigarettes in 10 minutes. I was like, bro, what? This dude is a chain smoker, bro. You don't mess with chain smokers because they don't care about their health. They don't care about their own self. Why would they care about me? This man is a chain smoker. He don't care about me. He don't care about himself either. So as I'm leaving, I'm like, bro, what the heck? That is a crazy thing. I was looking in my rear view the whole time, making sure he wasn't like following me or anything. But I get back home, right? And one of my, and the boss dude, he was like, I see you stopped knocking early. And I'm like, yeah. Dude said he would shoot me. Like, you would have kept knocking? Like, come on out. And I was in a neighborhood, like I legit said, bro, I didn't see a single black person, bro. The blackest thing there was his car. That's it. That was the only black thing I saw was his cars. That's it. I went to the gas station there. You know when you go to the gas station and you can just see people looking at you? I was in that kind of area, right? No, I ain't gonna say it was, I ain't gonna claim the race car or whatever, because I don't really roll like that or whatever, just say it was racism or whatever. But 2 people came up to me within a span of 10 minutes saying that I was like threatening me. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. I didn't do anything. So I mean, maybe it is race. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was my story about how I almost got shot in Pennsylvania. Pretty crazy story. I ain't gonna lie. I got super nervous, but I still had my pocket knife on me. So if he wanted to get busy, we could have got busy, right? But anyway, this is DonnyGBuckets. Let me know if you want to hear any more story times in the future. I have a lot of stories from college. I guess the first time I got drunk, the first time I blacked out, the Halloween party where like a cop pepper sprayed my friends and like slammed a dude on his head. That was a pretty crazy story that happened last year too. I posted that on TikTok too, but my TikTok account got taken down. But anyway, this is DonnyGBuckets. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, comment some videos that you want to see in the future. And until the next video, I'm out.